So commitment, it's what I believe that transforms a promise into reality. How many times have you said, I'll be there when you call. I'm going to, make sure that you, commit with me or do whatever you need. So what exactly is commitment? Commitment is defined as the act of binding yourself to a course of action. Commitment is a word that is so simple yet so difficult. Commitment is a root of personal decision, whether at home or at work, for that matter. It does rest on three main ideas: giving the best of oneself, going to the extra mile, and not abandoning the situation you find yourself in. So commitment means showing up and doing what it takes, however it takes to achieve whatever you made commitment to. And it was really great hearing from Robin, just committing herself, even though she's got so much happening in the background, yet she was still committed to come on our production hour. So that's pretty cool. In a larger sense, commitment is one of the bases of integrity. A person who is able to make and keep commitments has learned how to earn trust and respect from those around them, including themselves. In a career sense, or even in our business, a person who is committed to advancing their position or career is much more likely to navigate a search successfully than the one who is half-hearted or unfocused. So let me just see on the chat, who is fully committed to being Ambassador 3 and succeeding in life all the same in our journey? Beautiful. I should be expecting, minus myself, 21 yeses on there. And you have to truly believe this. You've got to really tell yourself this, because ultimately it's also self-commitment, right? It starts with you. So commitment is doing what you say you're going to do. And when you say you are going to do it, if you say you're going to do a presentation for your team, you best be there. Lead the way, show the way. Because if commitment is there and it's presence, who's not going to back you up? If you're going to be there for me and do a presentation for me, I'm going to follow you to the ends of earth. And you're showing me how to be a committed person. So one of the qualities of trust, an essential element to building and maintaining productive relationship, is dependability. Commitment is a little engine of dependability. Without it, it's nothing. So like I said, this is like the sheet foundation in anything that we do in life and in business, right? If I'm not committed to look after my children, to feed them, to clothe them, to school them, what kind of parent am I? To even love them unconditionally. It's commitment. A different type of commitment, but it's commitment. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. I just like that comment, right? It does show the quality of that person. I've always had that saying that we always have, to honor your parents, right? Straight from the book, from the man upstairs, right? Honor your parents. So the kind of character that I will perceive out there to people will be a reflection of my parents. I'm really committed in the way that I live my life, the way I talk, the way that I walk, the way that I do things. Because in the background, if you know all of our Samoans, word of mouth is a great tool. Okay, your character really reflects your parents. So I'm really committed to making sure I don't stuff up, right? Stuff up, because it will reflect on my parents. Oh, gee, that girl, she probably didn't have good parents. She didn't know any better, right? So I really am really particular for something like that. And that's a personal commitment. All right. So commitment is nurtured. Commitment is not one. It's not created overnight, right? It's not some building that you can put brick and mortar and it's up. All right. It takes time to nurture, yet it is very easy to lose. Why? Commitment is based on trust. Trust is like a glass. Once it's broken, it's very difficult to put it back together again without the cracks showing. You know, there's this saying that I've always heard that, you know, like if something happened, like let's just say an argument between me and my sibling, right? We always have this saying, you can't, what do you call it? The glass is spilled, you know, it's a cracked glass or you know, it's broken. You can't mend it back. You can, but there'll still be scarring on there. So make sure if you are committed, especially if you're a leader and you are committed to doing certain things, stay consistent with it. Stay consistent, because trust does build there. You know, when you say you're doing a certain thing, make sure that you are committed to carrying it through, because there's a lot of trust based on this, especially in our business, right? We have a lot of your guys' trust in us leaders to make sure we deliver. We deliver in presentations, we deliver in training. We are so committed in delivering the best tools possible to make sure that we all succeed in this business. So the importance of commitment. Commitment takes many forms. However, it is essential, okay, that in our business organization strategies retain the right people for the right reasons. Commitment is the most important factor after a person's culture. It builds a person's motivation and confidence to engage in new behaviors required by change. And that's just like our business, right? We'll commit to certain things and then we'll change. Just like you see, we've got now changes in our live presentations in the evening, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You always got to improve. You've got to always find ways to better the deliverance in any way, right? In anything that we have to do in our business, right? So make sure not only do you nurture, but you also keep the best of the best, right? And change what you need to complete that. So people do not follow uncommitted leaders. Commitment can be displayed in a full range of matters to include the work hours you choose to maintain, how you work to improve your abilities, and what you do to your fellow workers at a personal sacrifice, or in our case, networkers, all right? Because I do a lot of personal sacrifice here. Remember, most of us that are here, like Stephen, Missa, Tinansione, Fui, you know, Tatum, Kitty, right? We volunteer our time. And that's commitment on its own. We volunteer our time. In our industry, there is a lot of volunteerism, right? People that just do it because they love it. People that do it because they're committed. People that do it because they want to. And then there are people that do it because they got told to, right? You'll find some of them as well. But they're usually the best followers, right? They're coachable, they're teachable, right? So I've broken down commitment to 3 types, all right? Cause, people, and challenge. These are all factors that contribute to commitment. Think of it as the Bermuda Triangle, so to speak. So let's break it down. People are committed to a cause. What's our cause? What's your cause? Why are you doing it? They give their life meaning by working to further something which they believe strongly. I believe in helping people. I believe in giving people hope that they can get out of the rut they're in. They can get out of the despair that they're feeling. It's not about just the money. It's about making sure that people have equal opportunity in the world to have hope. Causes may be based on religious principles, ethical standards, environmental issues. Humans are the only animals in the animal kingdom that may voluntarily sacrifice their own lives for a set of values, such as national freedom. In my case, if anything happened to my children, I will swap my place in an instant, just like that. I'll ask God to take me in place of them. People gain a sense of virtue for pursuing noble ends. People are committed to a challenge. They give their life meaning by investing their energy in a chosen hobby. Challenges may be physical, like climbing a mountain, athletic, like tennis, intellectual, like chess, or bridge, artistic, like painting, or music, or so forth. Humans voluntarily spend their time in self-development to improve their competence in chosen field of endeavor. People gain a sense of achievement for their progress. And as I heard Brother Stephen, as I came in on our production hour, self-development is very, very important here. Personal development. It's where you grow and inspire yourself and empower yourself to another level. And that's really, really important in our journey. Not just making the business click, not just being the best inviter, being the best Zoom attender, be the best trainer intaker. It's everything. It's the whole progress, right? It's the whole committed progress into succeeding. But not just in business, but in life as well. People are committed to other people. You don't see most of us on here that are committed to a rock, unless your bro's golden rock. You remember back in the days, he was holding up his rock, and if you rub it hard enough, it'll become a gem. Right? Absolutely love it. I don't know where his rock is, but I still remember that baby. Right? They give their life meaning by being an important person to special, right? A person to special others. They act in reliable, dependable way to friends, spouse, family, team, and neighbors. People gain a sense of belonging for their identification to be significant with others. I like to think that everything that we do collectively as the leadership team, that it is significant for you guys, that it is helping you guys. As you know, tomorrow we're going to be setting some goals. So make sure you spread the word out to your teams. Come with a piece of paper or 2 or 3 or 4, okay, and a pen, because we're getting ready to write some goals to literally show you guys how that's done. Especially when all of us are in the 90-day challenge, or you've put yourself on a 30-day, 2-month, 3-month challenge, whatnot. Because the human capacity mind of even attaining concentration in a span of 90 days is about right. Anything over that, then it's a little bit of a chaos. It's called anarchy. Okay, so at least we'll try and get that shut down tomorrow. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm actually looking forward to that. All right. So unless commitment is made, there are only promises and hopes, but no plans. It's like how you always hear some of our leaders, right? That unless you write a goal down, it's only wishes. Only wishes. And that's why I am really excited about tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be writing them down, because there ain't going to be no wishes no more. All right, so keep that in the backdrop. So how do we get it? Commitment requires balancing of 2 behaviors, supporting and improvement. You can't stay the same all the time when you're in a commitment, just like our why. It progresses with our journey. It changes. The purpose gets deeper. The purpose gets meaningful. And it's the same as how you are with commitment. You're committed to your team. You're committed to yourself. You're committed in life, committed to, you know, when it comes to life, your children, your parents, your family, your friends, your neighbors. You come in the business, my downline, my team leaders, my managers, my coordinators, my directors. So with support, focus on what is important. Lead by example, reward success, manage disrespect. I won't tolerate it. And I'll be straight up with that person. But it's a two-way communication. I support them, they support me, either way. And that's why it ties back. Commitment is very much a foundation of integrity, because honesty is the best policy, right? Improving, look for a better way, learn from others, challenge current expectations, risk making changes. That's very important. Risk making changes, change with the time, change with the topic, change as your team evolves. You've got to change. You can't be at a team leader mindset and be a director. You can't be a president and be at a director mindset. Do you know what I'm getting at? So you will improve. Your commitment will improve. It will intensify. And if it intensifies, that's something good. That means all your pressure points are getting pressed. You're going somewhere. Okay, so that's good. All right, so how do we get it? Still, commitment requires balancing of two behaviors. Let's break down supporting. The first action is called supporting. Genuine support develops commitment in the minds, hearts of others. This is accomplished by focusing on what is important and leading by example. That's why when I go and do training, I make sure that the material that I'm getting is relevant to you guys and to me. I'm learning just as much. Just because I might be doing the training, it doesn't mean I'm not learning. I had to learn this in order to be able to deliver it to you guys, to word it out. It got so intensified, I had to put my script in there. All right, it was that, because I got lost in the whim, right? I get lost in there, trust me. It's really massive in here. All those electric shots are really giving it to me. All right, it is uncommon for people to either be confused as to what is important or lose sight over time. Supporting means concentrating on what adds value, spotlighting what is working, and rewarding others who are focusing on what is important and leading by example. And you've seen it time and time and again with our leadership team, right? We're always focusing on how we can improve. How can we improve the growth of our team? How can we improve the knowledge of our products and services within Crowd One? How do we improve our character? A crucial aspect of true support is standing up for those who would undermine commitment. Those words or actions show disrespect. I love them. I love the poison ivies. They're the ones I turn around, and you know what? They are usually the best runners, because then you showed them, right? You showed them otherwise. All right. Improving. The second action underlining commitment is called improving. Improving stretches our commitment to an even higher level. Commitment means willingness to look for a better way. Learn from the process. It focuses on eliminating compliancy, right? Confronting what is not working and providing incentives for improvement. Now, you want your team to work, you make sure you got a kebab at the end of the string and start pulling it around the world. I'm telling you now, they'll follow you. You can tell I'm hungry, right? All right. But instead of doing that, set rewards and things like that, incentives. Maybe, you know, with your own team, you know, like maybe a free mixer, you know, a mixer subscription, even though we all got one that we can, okay, that you can, if it's in a non-restricted country. But there's other incentives you can do. I know some of our leaders, we've got a 90-day challenge out there with prizes and some goods as well, right? You can throw a hotel out there, a dinner for two or something, maybe a car hire. Make sure it's Ferrari, okay? Because I won't take anything less. No, I was kidding. All right. Just have fun. Have fun. Okay. So the spirit of improving is rooted in challenging current expectations and ultimately taking the risk to make those changes. These changes are based more on optimism in the future than dissatisfaction in the past. Right? Bro's favorite saying, fail forward. Right? That's the whole point of improvement. Right? If something doesn't work, then find a way that it does work. It's right there in front of you. You've just got to dig it. All right. I think I've been watching a lot of gangster movies lately too, but all good, all good. Okay. So personal commitment. Commitment refers to a promise or assurance. It is not one of the most important personal qualities that any employer or even in our industry would expect, right? One must have the inclination to fulfill one's personal or professional commitment at all costs. There's a fine line right there. But I can tell you now, I'm fully committed at all costs until my mission is over, and that is Ambassador 3. Hands up, everyone on this chat. Besides me, who's going for Ambassador 3? Who's committed to Ambassador 3? Because if you're not, you're wasting your time. Let me see on the chat, who's committed to be at the end game? Awesome. Double yes from Julie. Stevenson. Awesome. Josie. Beautiful. Stella. Marietta. I congratulate each and every one of you guys. That is a start. That is committing yourself here in the mind. Remember, it's all about mindset, right? It's all about mindset, and that will determine your success. Everything else will follow. All right, awesome. All right. So often adherence to commitment may cost you your time, effort, and other resources. But the greatest personal satisfaction is derived from delivering results, keeping up with your commitment. That's why it's really important to set these goals if you haven't done already, because it's what drives your commitment. It's what takes you to the next level. It's what pushes you every day in order to do it. I look at my kids' eyes and already I've got commitment right across my forehead. I see why I'm doing it just in their eyes as they go, hi, mummy. And when I look at those eyes, it reminds me, it clicks me back in. Now I know why I'm doing it. Now I need to follow commitment with it, desire to pursue that. As for a team, there is a team commitment, and we do a lot of it here in Team No Sleep. Commitment is crucially important to a team's success. Of course, there are other factors for success, but commitment is one of those that are often overlooked. Remember, there's that saying, you know, when there's one duck, usually a flock of duck follows right by. That's how tight our family is. That's how tight we are here in Oceania. And you know what? It's flowing. Our commitment is flowing out there to the global family. They look up to us. They see the way we do our presentations. They see the way we do training, the way we deliver things, the way we hold ourselves, the way we praise our team. I'll tell you right now, the global team is looking. And congratulations, because without you guys, it wouldn't even eventuate the way it is today. More specifically, teams need 3 forms of commitment to be: commitment to each other and each other's success. commitment to their team and their team's success, commitment to the organization or the organization's goals. Our company is moving to a sustainable future. They need us, independent affiliates, to be committed 100% in our business, in everything we do in our business. Without Crowd One, we wouldn't have a business. Without us, they wouldn't have a business either. Because what's the number one driven thing that we have in our business? Not only are we independent affiliates, but we're also customers alike. Without the leverage of people going out there, seeing all these businesses right across the world to commit with us, they wouldn't have business either. It goes both ways. And because they are so committed in working day in and day out for us, 24/7, over every obstacle and struggle that we're facing together as a company, they still press on. But they need us to be the committers just as much as they are. And together, all of us are going to build such a wonderful organizations for our future descendants to enjoy. Not just the money, but everything about it. The whole digital ecosystem. And it's just getting better and better as I get updates from Brother Stephen. I mean, it blows my mind out. We're getting better and better every time. But like you heard in a past Dubai event with our founder, his management team, our company is going to fight. It's going to face struggles. It's going to have hard times. It's going to hit the rock bottom. But it's how we take that situation and move forward from that situation. What can we do to improve on it? Be the best inviter. Be the best trainer. Be the best presenter. Because all these inborn talents together collectively as a team, we're going to be rock solid. Rock solid. And you have to truly believe that. Now, I found this on the internet and I really liked it. Commitment. And it's all about changing how you actually say this to yourself. And we're going to do a lot of this tomorrow when you set your goals. Right? And I like this. I am only one, but I am one. No one can do all, but all can do some. I can't do everything, but I can do something. I know I can only do little, but I will do what I can. Did you hear a lot of eyes there? That's just a little hint what you're going to do tomorrow. It's not think I'll be Ambassador 3. No, I will be Ambassador 3.